Okay, here we have the Audi Q5, which is the baby of the Q7, I suppose. Let's start with the basics. The rear view mirror, the vision through this window is slightly obstructed by the headrest, but generally it's quite good. The side mirrors are absolutely enormous, and we love that because we want to see where we've been and what's going on around the car. I mean, they are absolutely huge. So 10 out of 10 to Audi for picking up on that. The instrument cluster, not obstructed by the steering wheel in any way, very easy to read, that's good too. Here you have your monitor, sat-nav, etc. All very tidy, all very presentable. Everything seems to be pretty basic to operate. I think once you familiarise yourself with everything down here, you could probably control most things without taking your eyes off the road. This is the 6-speed manual. Now that 6th gear is a must on the motorway. If anything, I would say this car feels like it could have a bit of a bigger engine. It doesn't feel like it's realising its full potential, which is a shame because everything on this car is so nicely put together. The steering on this car is superb. There's no lag on that steering at all. You turn the steering wheel and the car responds straight away. Now if I give the car a bit of a wiggle test, do you know what, there's hardly any roll at all, and that's quite surprising because this is quite a chunk of metal. I'd feel quite confident to do an emergency swerve in this car at speed. It's very rare I'd say that in such a large car. Also, while I'm driving along, I'm not hearing anything outside. In fact, the only thing I'm really hearing are the other cars go by. There's not a lot of noise from this engine. There's not a lot of noise from underneath the car. If there's anything negative I would say about the car, and I really am picking here, is the driving position feels a little bit odd. It would take me a little while to get used to it, but I think once you have, it should be fine. But you know, you're high up, you've got good visibility. But if I had a choice between this and the Q7, I'd go for the Q7 hands down. This one does feel like a baby Q7. And although it's very nicely put together and it does drive well, the lack of power from the engine, the smaller aspects of the car, it doesn't seem to have the same harmony as the Q7. I mean, like the wing mirrors are huge, but because the car's smaller, they look out of place and look almost gormless. But this is a great car. If you're going to go for a Q5, then you've already made your mind up about one. But I would urge somebody to try the Q7 first. But to be fair, if I had to give this car a score out of 10, it's definitely going to be around about the 8 mark. I mean, it really is that good. It's just Audi are putting together some amazing cars right now, and this is no exception.